Good evening and welcome to Portsmouth News Now. Let's take a look into tonight's stories. Portsmouth residents are up in arms over the potential closing of an NHS walk-in centre in Guildhall Walk. We look at how local charities are helping refugees in Calais, and we also take a look at how the Portsmouth community comes together with a reindeer hunt. On the 16th of November, a 3-month-long consultation was set for the potential closing of the busy walk-in centre in Guildhall Walk. The NHS Portsmouth Clinical Commissioning Group, which pays for the service, is looking to make a change as the Guildhall contract is up for renewal in March next year. Earlier on today, Sophie took a closer look at some of the local views and opinions from residents of Portsmouth.
Hello, I'm standing in front of the Guildhall NHS Walking Centre here in Portsmouth. The Walking Centre has been established in the year 2009 and has over 6,000 people registered as GP patients. Currently, the NHS and the local council are discussing 3 possible options to whether or not the walking centre should stay or not. The first option would be to leave it as it is. The second option would be to transfer it to the St Mary's Hospital outside of Portsmouth. And the third option would be to close it down completely. We asked some locals about their opinion on this topic. So, are you currently a patient at the Guildhall NHS Walking Centre?
I've used it before, yeah.
And have you heard about the potential closure of it?
I have, yeah.
What are your views about it?
I think if it costs an awful lot of money, then it's difficult to justify, and it doesn't get that many patients through the door, then it's difficult to justify it.
I think it'd be a shame to close it down. It's if someone's ill and they want emergency treatment, they've got to have somewhere to go.
So it's actually quite useful, especially with 2 little children, if we do need to use emergency appointment or medical services without actually having to go to A&E, because I'm just aware that when you go to A&E you're actually taking the place of somebody who actually might be in a life-threatening condition. So you might have an emergency, but it's not a life-threatening emergency, so that's why places like this are really useful.
St Mary's is like one of the most difficult hospitals to get to, isn't it, in the city? It's so awkward. So yeah, it's really about the location where it is. That's like probably why so many people do use it.
Because it's kind of the same distance with me, really, travelling on my bike, so it wouldn't really matter to me, to be honest.
The walk-in centre is used by many students and locals of Portsmouth. If you want more information about the potential closure of the walk-in centre, then the Portsmouth Clinical Commission Group are holding drop-in sessions at the Cascade Shopping Centre.
We would love to know what your views and opinions are. If you want to get involved, tweet us at PNN Daily. With the Christmas holidays rapidly approaching, we turn our attention to the less fortunate this year and look at how local charities are giving back this Christmas.
I'm here on Albert Road to talk to the owner of Alberito about how they're helping the less fortunate this Christmas and the refugees in Calais.
My name's Matt Sinden, and this is Alberito. It's my burrito bar, set up about a year ago after doing a bit of travelling around the world with a couple of my mates. The way I got involved with helping the refugees in Calais was, as a lot of people did, a couple of months ago when the photographs of that kid on the beach started circulating in the press. What really got to me was it was somebody's job to turn away that family and say, look, sorry, you're not allowed in this country because my boss said you're not. Like, rather than being a human being and saying that person needs your help, come in, they said they turned them away, and as a result, people are dying. So as a human being, we should be able to do something. We shouldn't rely on other people to do it for us, and that's why we sort of said, well, we're going to get together. We started off saying that we're going to just take off 1 van load of food and some water. We're going to actually take beans and some water over to Calais. It seemed a bit naive at the time. So we put it on social media, through my bar, and it just escalated. Yeah. The first trip that we did, we said we planned on going over in my mate's Jeep. We put it on my bar's social media, and someone caught wind of it, and then within about 4 hours, 5 hours, we started getting lots and lots of responses, and then we said we're going to take donations the next day. So within literally 24 hours, we had the whole of this bar upstairs in this room, and downstairs the whole bar was full up of donations. We had altogether, and by the end of the day, we had 5 or 6 truckloads ready to go over. The best way to get involved if you want to help out, at the moment we've currently stopped taking on donations because we've got so much. But if you want to help out, the best way at the moment is to donate some money for our PayPal account, because logistically it costs a lot of money to get stuff over to anywhere, and although it's really good, everybody giving us the clothes and the blankets and the food and stuff. We have so much. So we need money and volunteers to help us sort out the donations and get the aid to the places that's needed the most. So log on to our Facebook page on our website and all the information is on there.
With us in the studio today is Emma Harthill from the Portsmouth Student Union in partnership with Operation Christmas Child. Let's see a little bit about what you've been doing with the campaign.
A great way to get your children involved this season is Operation Christmas Child. Since 1990, more than 124 million children in over 150 different countries have experienced love from a simple shoebox. A small shoebox can have a big impact. What goes into the box is fun, but what comes out of it is eternal.
Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, I just want to ask you what Operation Christmas Child involves.
It involves the wrapping and packing of shoeboxes that get sent to countries all over the world to for children in deprived areas. So it's really easy to get involved with. We did sessions over at the Student Union where you could come in and pack your shoebox, and we provided the wrapping paper and the boxes.
Oh, okay.
But also churches and local schools all over get involved with it as well, so it's really easy.
So how do people send their boxes in then? Where do they send them into?
You can, if you have over 30 boxes, then they actually collect them for free, but local shoe zones actually have drop-off points, so you can go there and just drop your box off and then they deal with it from there on.
Oh, that's great. So where do these boxes get sent then?
They get sent to all countries with deprived areas, so mainly Africa and third world countries. But if you go online, you can donate and then you can actually see where your box is being shipped to, so you can track it.
Okay.
And we encourage people to write letters inside the boxes, and then sometimes you can get replies from the people that receive your boxes, which I think is really nice.
That's really nice. So first of all, can you just talk about what we go through in the boxes then? What would people normally put in these?
We normally put small gifts in them, stationery, but we encourage people to put the essentials in as well. So toothbrushes, soaps, stuff like that for that people, because some countries that get these boxes, they don't have them essentials, and it's nice to send them kind of things off as well.
Yeah. So girls or boys then? How do people know what
both?
To put in
when
for
you
them?
send off your box, there's a little label that goes on top, and you can pick which age group that your box gets to, and whether it's a boy or a girl, or you can tick both and have it as a mixed box. So
it's quite a personal thing to send in. That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking to me today. It's been really nice to hear about it. I hope it all goes really well. These boxes do look like something that a child would love, and I'm sure the children's faces will light up when they open the boxes.
Yeah, they do.
Another way to get into the festive mood this season is at the Reindeer Tower, where apparently some reindeers have been spotted. We sent Matt to find out more.
This Christmas time at the Reindeer Tower in Gulmore Keys, there's reindeer hidden around the tower for people to find. Just like Cupid here. Let's see how many we can find. The reindeer are going to be in the tower from the 28th of November to the 31st of December. Every Sunday of December, Santa's going to be showing children around and handing them gifts.
Driving home for Christmas, yeah. Well, I'm moving down that line. And it's been so...
Hopefully, when you and your family come to enjoy the view from the sky deck and find the reindeers this season, you will have a white Christmas and not a hurricane. This is a great way for the community to celebrate this Christmas. Matt Lewis, The Reindeer Tower, PNN Daily.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. If you would like to get involved with any of the charities or have any views and comments on tonight's show, please head to our website, www.pnndaily.com. I'm Frankie Cook, and see you next time. Good night.